At the conclusion of the Mahabharata, Gandhari experienced immense grief and sorrow due to the loss of her sons. She believed that Lord Krishna, possessing divine powers, could have prevented the war, yet he chose not to intervene. In her anguish, she placed a curse upon Krishna. After 36 years, he and his Yadu dynasty would face destruction by their own hands, and the city of Dwarka would sink into the sea. As time passed, the curse began to manifest. Tensions rose among the Yadavas, eventually turning into a violent conflict. They began attacking one another, leading to the downfall of the Yadu clan and the eventual submergence of Dwarka. One day, Lord Krishna was resting under a tree near a riverbank. A hunter named Jara, mistaking Krishna's glowing red foot for a deer, shot an arrow that fatally wounded him. Realizing his grave mistake, Jara was filled with guilt and sorrow. He fell at Krishna's feet and said, "O Lord, please forgive me. I have sinned unknowingly. No punishment is harsh enough for what I've done." But Krishna gently replied, "You have committed no offense. In the Treta Yuga, I was Lord Rama, and you were Bali, whom I killed from behind a tree, violating the rules of war. This is destiny fulfilling itself. Be free of guilt." With these words, Lord Krishna departed from the earthly realm. The hunter Jara, deeply saddened, informed Arjuna of the incident. Grieving, Arjuna performed Krishna's final rites. Krishna's entire body turned to ashes, except for his heart, which remained divine and pulsing. Arjuna placed it upon a wooden raft and set it adrift in the river. The heart journeyed downstream and eventually reached the coast of Odisha, near the Mahanadi River. There, it was found by a tribal leader named Biswabasu of the Sabar community. Sensing the holiness of the heart, he began to worship it as Neela Madhava in a hidden cave, keeping it a secret from the rest of the world. At that time, King Indradyumna ruled in Avanti. A devout follower of Lord Vishnu, he longed to witness the divine form. One day, a wandering sage arrived at his court and told him, "In Odisha, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in a splendid form known as Neela Madhava." Eager to see the deity, the king sent his priest, Vidyapati, to locate this sacred place. After a long and difficult journey, Vidyapati reached Odisha and learned from local whispers that the Sabars worship Neela Madhava in secrecy. Upon arriving at the forest near the Mahanadi River, he was warmly received by Biswabasu. Vidyapati requested to see the divine idol, but Basu declined, saying, "I cannot show it to you." Vidyapati, disheartened, stayed in the village and soon fell in love with Basu's daughter, Lalita. They married, and later Vidyapati asked her to convince her father. Lalita agreed, and Biswabasu reluctantly accepted, on the condition that Neela Madhava, and was awestruck by its divinity. When Vidyapati returned, he told King Indradyumna everything. Months later, the mustard seeds had sprouted, guiding the king directly to the hidden cave. But when they arrived, Neela Madhava was gone. Disheartened, the king returned. That night, Lord Vishnu appeared in his dream and said, "You will not find me as Neela Madhava now. Instead, go to the shores of the ocean, where a sacred log will wash ashore, glowing with symbols of the conch, chakra, mace, and lotus. From this wood, carve 3 idols and worship me in that form." Following the divine message, Indradyumna journeyed to Puri's seashore, where he indeed found the divine log, but no one could lift it until the tribal people helped move it. Still, no artisan could carve it. The wood was too hard for any tool. Again, the king received a divine message in a dream. Vishwakarma, the celestial architect, would craft the idols. Soon after, an old man claiming to be a sculptor appeared. "I can do it," he said, "but on one condition. I must work in solitude for 21 days. If anyone opens the door before I finish, I will leave the work incomplete." The king agreed. Sounds of chiseling echoed for days, but after 15 days, the noise stopped. Queen Gundicha grew worried and insisted the door be open. Despite the king's hesitation, they opened it and found the idols unfinished. The sculptor had vanished. The king was heartbroken for breaking the promise. The idols of Jagannath, Balabhadra, and Subhadra were incomplete, with no arms or legs. Yet as he approached, he felt a heartbeat from the Jagannath idol, realizing Krishna's divine heart resided within. Thus, the sacred idols were consecrated at Jagannath Puri, and they are worshipped to this day. Lord Jagannath is considered the only living deity in the world who hears, understands, and fulfills the wishes of his devotees.